You start with a prayer before you go on every show.
Next thing you know, I'm in some parking lot, some carniceria. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I was like, dude, that's Adlai? I was like, I was not expecting him to look like that.
I see Scarface in the theater. You know what I mean? I was 4 years old. Of course, I didn't watch the whole damn thing.
The 1 year anniversary show. Fundio.
Oh my god, dude! Just in that intro, there's just nuggets of gold in there.
But it's in the dubs, dude. And with the Chino.
Do I look weird?
Brothers
Do we look weird?
There we go.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, me too.
Oh, guess
yeah.
what? Time to
watch
watch
the Chino Brothers. It took 58 seconds for you to get that.
Well,
I have to call somebody at Facebook, man.
I know.
Zuckerberg, come on, man, get with it. But dude,
that's
so
our
many
YouTube
nuggets in the intro, and the fact that we've been doing this for 1 year is totally amazing. To be honest,
it feels
man.
like it's been a lot longer than a year, doesn't it?
It does feel like sometimes. There's sometimes I'm like, oh man, DJ Drask, what up, homie?
Was cracking.
We got to get him on here too, man. There's so many great
Yeah,
guests.
dude.
Thank you, congratulations. Hey, man, thank you for tuning in too. We appreciate that because having getting into the double digits of views. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
it makes
so
a difference.
Nice. Well, I'll say this: it does make a difference, and it is nice. But one thing that's dope is we've been doing this now for 1 solid year, and so Adlai always says like, "Oh man, I was trying to get Greg Mack on the show for 2.5 years, Mike." I'm like, I mean, did you have a different podcast before this? You're trying to get this dude on for a year and a half?
I just wanted people to know we put in work
to
get those guests.
That's true.
Even before our podcast started, I was working on it.
But what's dope is this. Man, you're telling yourself some tall tales. What's dope is this. Whenever you see one of those anniversary specials, they do fun stuff like show you edits and show you videos from episodes you might have missed. Now, here's the thing. We had a lot of DJs on, so if your clip or your episode isn't highlighted on this episode, we apologize. We're not trying to snub anybody. We don't think anybody's episode was whack. And maybe in second year episode, we'll put one of yours in there. What do you think of that, Adlai?
Absolutely, and it's kind of like every guest that we've had has just been awesome. You know what I mean? All the DJs we've had, Greg Mack, obviously. We got some nuggets coming up too. We got some special ones coming up as well. So be on the lookout for that too. And if you want to be on the show, and we haven't got to you yet, just be ready. Be ready for an instant message or a phone call or a text. There's some other dudes. Yeah, there's some other dudes that we want to get on. Like Drask, we got to get you on, man. Everyone was dope. Everyone was dope.
All right, well, since everyone was dope, and I think everyone was dope too, why don't we start talking about how this all started, Adlai? So a year ago, probably like 15 months ago,
yeah,
Adlai and I were kicking around starting a podcast. And so it's like, okay, cool. Well, why don't we see what we can do? So I was like, oh, I could shoot it in my shop. I'll use my iPad. And Adlai's like, oh, I could just use my iPad in my house. And I feel like I sent Adlai like this shower curtain to put behind him to look like bricks. Wasn't that it?
Yes, I still have that too. It was like a plastic kind of tarp backdrop thing you got on Amazon for $8 or something.
Yeah.
I got it floating around here somewhere. I think I am using it as a shower curtain now.
Well, that's good.
Because, it's waterproof.
But anyways, there was one part of the episode where I stole that clip and I used it for like almost every bit of our clip art. So like, because it's me laughing really big and you like kind of pointing your finger. So I used it for all the clip art, and like whenever you see those 3-way rolls that like are our intros, into the light and sound, you see me like, I took it from this clip. But it was because it was a funny story about when me and Adlai were in young DJs, and we were smoking pot, and I didn't realize Adlai shouldn't be smoking pot. Do you remember this story? Do you remember this story, Adlai?
Yeah, and the crazy part is, if anybody who's rolled with me from like high school, I just didn't mess with weed. I just was no good on it. You know what I mean? And why we decided to one night, I'm clueless.
Well, you brought it. I don't know
which
why.
Is even crazier.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah.
So this is us talking about that on the first episode of the Chino Brothers. Actually, the second episode, but the first available episode of the Chino Brothers. You want to play that, Adlai?
Yeah, here we go, guys.
Adlai at the time was dating a nefarious lady, and
and she did nefarious things. This lady could not stand me, just in case you guys were wondering. And
Shocking.
yeah, she couldn't.
And I'm saying that jokingly, but if you do Mike in the 90s.
Like you've dated nice people who I liked, and this person was an awful person. Well, because she and on top of it, she was using illicit products. You know, she was doing the devil's lettuce and whatnot. Yeah. So Hadley came to the club, and he's like, "Hey, dude, I took this out of the ashtray at my house. You want to try it?" And I was pretty experienced at this at this.
That's where I got it from?
Yeah, that's where you got it.
Wow.
I won't say her name, but it was a car. Yeah, so we're clubbing, we're DJing, and whether it was our night or we were guest hosting for another DJ, I cannot remember. But what I can remember is Adlai brings this thing out. We'll call it a cigarette if it makes you feel any better. And he said, "Hey man, I've got this blah 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 cigarette. Would you like to try it?" And I was like, "Dude, I used to love them cigarettes back when I was a kid." So I'm chiefing on it, he's chiefing on it, and like, before I know it, we're both feeling the effects of the cigarette, but I didn't realize that Adlai got super paranoid. And all of a sudden it was just like, oh no, that's not it. That's not a good thing. And Adlai was bugging, and I'm like, bro, you're good, dude. We're good. Don't worry about it. And I'm calming you down. No, you didn't enjoy it at all. Yeah. And then I'm calming you down. I'm like, dude, calm down. You're good. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody knows that you've partaken in that. And then I go inside and I have the mic on and I just start screaming, "I am so high right now." Do you remember that story?
Dude, I remember that. It was at Metro, right? It was a Club Metro, downtown Tucson. We were the co-host, I guess, of the evening and stuff too. And and again, I'll just say this, man. I did not smoke weed, at all. I just did not like it. It was bad. But maybe I was just trying to impress my girl at the time. Maybe.
No, dude, because she wasn't there.
She wasn't even there?
No, her rule was she did not like me this much that you and I could not hang out except if we were working. And you were like, dude, you were like a battered husband. You're like, dude, I snuck this out. I snuck this out of the ashtray. I was like, word, man.
Oh, gee. Yeah, and I found it and I was like, ooh, let's do this. We're breaking the rules. I'm gonna smoke this weed.
I thought you were down like that. Dude, you told me you sold it at one point in your life. I don't know. But here's the thing. I sell it legally now, folks. So nice. I'm not judging Adlai. But anyways, here's the thing. Is the next thing about that clip is we didn't know like how to refer to marijuana. You know what I mean? We're like,
that's another thing. Yes.
Thing. Yeah. We're like, it wasn't ayahuasca. It wasn't that bad. You know what I mean?
It was weed. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, that's hilarious. Dude.
Wasn't that a great clip?
That's an awesome clip. And that night at the Metro, all I remember is like we went out to the back. They had a little smoking section out back, and we sat out there. And I was like, "Yo, I'm chilling here, bro." And you're like, "All right," but we had cordless mics that would actually reach out there too. I think so. But I feel like that was a rough night for me. Rough night.
So here's the next clip that I want us to look at. So we start kind of getting our footing, right? So I tried to like space it in like phases of the Chino brothers. So like the first like 3-4 episodes, like we kind of hadn't gotten our footing yet. But when we started getting to like the later episodes in season 1, that's when we got our first guest, and that was Malix. And so yeah, we asked Malix to come on the show, and like in my mind, I was kind of like, well, I guess what we'll do is we'll just resurrect like our entire crew from that time period and just like keep bashing the internet with this podcast until they all love us. Then I put up a video talking about Tucson with Andy Signs in it, with you and me and Andy Signs, and all the people in the comments were like, "Who are these two fools?" And they're all from Tucson saying this. These guys DJ'd here? I never heard of them. I was like, okay, new plan. But before I realized I needed a new plan, Malix was my first. Okay, if we get Malix, then we can get Ernie, then we can get, you know what I mean? So yeah. If you want to I'll lead up this clip. The clip that we're watching is Malix. As soon as I became a DJ, I got a BB gun and a PS4, and then I got sick of the BB gun, so I gave it to Malix. Well, then Malik shot out the window of the sales manager's car, and then everybody split. Everybody took off running, and they came and talked to Adley about it. So that's the lead up to this clip. So you want to play the clip, Adley?
All right, here we go.
Yes, because they came in while I was on the air, and the guy came in and was like, Did you shoot something at my window? It's all cracked." And I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And he's all, "I know. We got cameras out there. We're going to find out who did this." And I was like, "All right, bro. You know where our radio station is. It's in the middle of nowhere. Tweakers cruising through all the time. And you're thinking one of us did this? Come on, bro." And he was like,
I know the station barely pays us $5 an hour. How are they going to have cameras in the back?
They got no cameras. They got a homeless person in the back, dude.
They feed them sandwiches every day. Yeah.
Dude, that is true about the homeless guy. The homeless guy was the security guard.
Oh, real
He
quick,
slept-
Marcus
he-
said, "What's up, man? What's
he
up,
said-
Marcus? I can
Marcus,
see
what?
you.
I'm sorry,
I can see you on
I'm
the side. That's all right."
What up?
Yeah, so Marcus, this is our 1-year anniversary show, so we're showing clips from leading up to where we're at. So yeah, so at that point, like I was kind of like, okay, if we can just keep milking this Tucson thing, then we'll blow up in Tucson, and maybe then move from Tucson through the West. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did know that like it didn't work. So I was like, okay, time to start figuring it out. But thank God we figured it out.
Yeah.
All right. So the next person was Ernie, right? Is that the next person we got on?
Ernie,
the list?
yep.
Yeah. So we had Ernie on our show. His name's Earn Dollars. Adley, you want to talk about Ernie?
Earn Dollars. Yeah, he was the dude that listened to the station, and you're gonna see in this clip too, like how radio was different in the 90s because you had a morning show, you had all these great characters, you had me doing the nights and overnights and all that, you had other dudes, and there were people that listened. It was like a cult following, and you don't I don't think you see that today. But just Ernie knew everybody. Ernie knew all the characters. Ernie was excited to meet us, and but he became one of us, which is awesome.
Then he worked with us.
Yeah, so check out the clip.
So I remember meeting Adley because he was finishing up.
You met
Yeah,
Ad?
he was
Okay.
finishing up the overnights, and I was like, "Dude, that's Adley." I was like, I was not expecting him to look like that because remember his voice? He was like super
Super
sexy.
dude. I told you.
So I was like,
That's too funny.
okay, I wasn't expecting that, but cool, nice to meet you, man. And then and so I was so happy that morning because I was like a kid in a candy store. Like I have always loved radio. I've always been interested in radio, and I show up and I'm like, dude, there's Sketch, there's Vicky, there's Speedy, there's Baco. It's like, holy crap! And I was like, all this happens in this little room. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I was thinking, you've heard of me before?
Yeah.
Man, you got bad taste in morning
No,
shows.
no. I was like, dude, I was like, man, I should be interviewing you guys right now. You guys are the big deal.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Earn Dollars, man. Oh man,
Yeah.
and he's
Thanks,
still
Marcus.
working over there. He's still working over at the Vibe,
Yeah.
97.5 over in Tucson too. So shout out to him.
Well, that was less than a year ago that we spoke to him, so it's not like it's not like it's But yeah, I mean, at that point, like, I think the next thing with this show is it was like I had a different viewpoint of who people saw me as when we were young.
Yeah, did you ever feel like and celebrity's kind of like a big word to use, but locally famous? Did you feel locally famous?
Definitely.
Yeah?
What are you,
Okay,
out of
okay.
your mind? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I was on television, dude.
Oh
What are
yeah, you
talking
did some
about?
TV stuff too, huh? Yeah, because I kind of
Just the T.O.'s Mastercut commercial. But
Oh, hey, that counts. That counts.
Yeah.
But I never I felt like I didn't really feel like it was I don't know. It's hard to explain. I didn't feel famous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we used to say Tucson famous. Remember?
Yeah,
it was us,
yeah.
and then like the guy that was the famous, that did the lawyer commercial type of thing, and then the like used car dealer guy, and
Trying to remember their names right now.
I can't remember any of them.
Dude, yeah, I can't remember any of those guys. Jim Click Ford, is that a thing? No,
Probably. I don't know.
That might
But-
still be there. But yeah, dude, it was crazy. Radio was so different back then too, and it was really cool. Because you remember too, we'd show up at a Circle K with like 5 CDs to give away,
Yeah.
and it'd be like 200 people.
Oh, dude, people
Just
would go
hanging out.
wild.
You go
would
nuts,
go wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
they would go wild just to see us.
dude. And
It's like,
I stole your move at our last Christmas parade. I stole your move
G up on top of the van.
on top of the van, and all my
Yeah,
part timer promo kids like, "What are you doing, bro? You're like a grown man." One, and then I was up there and I was like, "Dude, if I fall, that's gonna be bad, dude."
But you feel so like such a rock star when you're on top of that van.
Oh
You
yeah,
you know when you feel like a real rock star when you're on top of the van stops, a crowd comes, and you stage dive onto them. That's
yeah.
when you're
I
like,
would do that. Yeah,
that's when you're like, I'm on human cocaine.
but it was like that side makes some noise and that side makes some noise,
Yeah.
and throw t-shirts. It's oh yeah.
So much fun.
Oh
What
my gosh.
you're having fun again, man. I'm glad you're having fun with radio again. And I
Yeah.
think that's the next thing is that like this. I feel like this show's giving you like a booster shot in the arm for life. Like you've gotten a lot out of it. You agree with me on that?
Yeah, dude, and think about it, bro. There was a time after my in-between radio gig was at a rental car place.
Yeah.
And it was only to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And I went through, and you knew I went through, no divorce is pretty, but I went through an ugly divorce with a kid involved. So yeah, I was in a big slump, dude, for a few years. Got back into radio and stuff, and it was one. I'm gonna shout out Danny P and Groove 99.3 for sure, because he's an old school radio head like us. And
Yeah.
two, this podcast, put those two together, and it's like, dude, yeah, I want to have fun. I want to go out. I want to stage dive at these concerts. I want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
those
dude.
things are fun, man. And it's
Life is fun.
a lot of
We
it
can
is
enjoy ourselves
this
again.
podcast. And people, when I go out and I go to a Taco Tuesday, and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, homie?" I'll see Dos Muchos. "What's up, man? How you
That's
doing?"
great.
It's cool. It's like, oh yeah, there's a network again too. So, and we talked about the introvert extrovert thing. I am an introvert. Mike is super outgoing, balls to the wall. Dude, if you ever get the chance to see Mike hype up a crowd, and I feel like there's gonna be a day it's gonna happen, and dude, you're gonna be amazed and like, holy crap, that's what a hype man does. And like I've told Mike before, man, I when I was by myself in Bakersfield DJing, I was like, all right, I need to bring out my inner sketch, the crazy hype one, and then I'd rock a party in it. And people were like, dude, wait, you like know how to rock a crowd? And I was like, dude, I do 1/10 of what Sketch did, but nobody had ever seen it. You know what I'm saying? Even in
Yeah.
Bakersfield, and Bakersfield DJs are some of the sickest turntablist DJs I've ever seen anywhere.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And they all got skills too, so I'm not taking anything away. But when I'd run through the crowd with the cordless mic and do sketch stuff, they were like, "Whoa, what the heck is going on?" You know what I'm saying, dude? They're like, because Mike Sketch, the hype man, was on a mission. You were gonna leave there sweaty, tired, no voice left, and walking out like, man, that was fun. Man, that was the best Friday night in Tucson that anybody could ever have at the club. The drinks were really weak, but I still had a good time.
Yeah, dude, but you're playing records, you know what I mean? So
And
it's
we're
not
playing
like
the
it's
music
like
too.
I'm standing there by myself, like, hey, everybody. What's up? It's like, this dude is so weird, man. Every once in a while, he screams, "Put your hands up." Trying to eat my nachos, like, it wasn't like that,
Creeping out the girls. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I'm
what
just kidding.
that happened anyways. That's right. We're the Chino brothers. But yeah, so
good
anyways,
times.
getting back to what we're saying, like, I feel like when we started the show, it was a lot of reflection on our younger life, a lot of reflection on being young DJs, and like also like I really thought I was like, oh, we'll just revamp all our old fans in Tucson. When everybody in Tucson's like, I never heard of you. It's like, oh, we gotta build some fans, So like
all the people that knew us probably, have
Sure.
jobs,
I
have
got it.
kids.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
What'd
would
you think?
doubt- if they still knew who we were, I would doubt they had jobs and kids. I would think they're probably like radio nerds. Like, I wish I could have been a DJ. It's like, sorry, too late.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyways, yeah. So it's been more of like a spiritual journey, and then on top of it, like we've learned how to broadcast so much better. You know what I mean? Like we're congruent and flow and have fun.
Yeah, you're right about that too. The chemistry's there. Where and the sad part is, dude, we never did a show together back then. We only did clubs and gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
If we were on the air, I don't know. I'm not like Uncle Rico and Napoleon Dynamite. If I could only put us on, dude, because we would have been a dope night show.
Yeah, we have fun
But,
right
yeah.
now, though. That's
But,
the nice part
yeah.
about being a DJ. It's like Dude, if it was like, man, when we were lumberjacks, we really could cut trees down, but now we're old, we can't swing them axes. I understand. You got to hang it up. But like, we don't even look old, dude. And we don't have like dancing or standing or anything. We sit in chairs. So people
we're
think
just
we're young
chilling.
forever. Yeah.
Oh, that's great, dude. And speaking of Pac, we should roll into the next clip.
Well, yeah, let's get to this next clip because that's what I was trying to do. And like, you kept veering it right. Like, I was trying to take it to a spiritual place. I'm like, this has been a spiritual journey. You're like, I like race cars. You ever seen that movie? With Will Ferrell in it, dude. That movie is funny. I'm like, what are we talking about?
I'm about to get sidetracked. Hold on. Okay. Back on track.
No, but that's my thing is seriously, Adley, don't you think you learned a lot about your young self from this show as well?
Yes. And you being able to fill in the memory gaps is nice too, because I'd be like,
I also think you you appreciate your life more now today than you did when we started the podcast, because you used to always have this like, I wish I was in Tucson like feel to you, and now you have this like, dude, I'm in Bakersfield feel to you.
Yeah.
And I like that. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. I love this town, dude. I love Bakersfield now.
Yeah,
and I got love for Tuce too.
Dude, but the DJs in Bakersfield have shown us nothing but love. But this right here is a DJ from Tucson. Let's stop getting sidetracked. Here's a clip from an episode with our old program director. He had fired me from our radio station when we were young. I was so angry. And Paco came on, and he was man enough to say this. You want to play it, Adley?
All right, here's the clip.
Sketch, you were not fired because I didn't want you there. You were fired because of the transition. We were going over to Clear Channel. And if you notice, Chico was gone. You were gone. Everybody else was gone. Then I was gone. And I was just like a token going over there to be on a Tejano station just because I had a gig. But that wasn't for me. So it wasn't because of you, Sketch. It was corporate. So don't hold bitterness towards me because of corporate decisions. And there's just stuff now that you know as a boss that there's stuff that you just got to do, although it breaks your heart, but you got to do it.
What were you thinking when he was talking, Adley?
Dude, and here's the thing that I thought about, and when he mentioned the going to Tejano, which was very popular music, but it's Spanish, but it's not. It wasn't hip hop in the 90s, man. So it was a demotion, and dude, Paco ran things under Art LeBeau in Tucson for that market and those stations. He ran things. I mean, he was top dog on the programming side. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
he was a mob boss.
But yeah, and then just being and I remember him saying like, dude, Clear Channel's gonna come in. We're going to start making real money. We're probably going to get new vehicles. You know, it's going to be like, it's not going to be the low budget, cheap kind of operation we've been running with paper clips and bubble gum. It's going to be a legit station. And we're thinking like, yeah, it's going to be awesome. But then one by one, people were getting let go. And then you forgot to mention Turi. Turi got let go too. Shout out to Tootie though, over in Texas.
Word.
But it's just you think, because you're thinking like, well, we remember we'd go and compete with KRQ across the streat, whatever event, and we had one banner, reusable roll-up banner.
They had a balloon, like a
hot
air balloon.
Yes.
Yeah, they had a hot air balloon.
And you're
we had
just like
one banner.
How are we gonna compete with this, man? We did it in the ratings.
Me
we did
standing
it in the music.
on top of the van with a bullhorn. Mother F, mother F your mother. Yeah. Pardon me, Grandma. Can you please stop saying F. I got middle schoolers to talk to.
But dude, we made magic with nothing. You know what I'm saying? With nothing except, obviously a signal, really solid music, a really dope staff, and you were an integral part of that morning house party, that morning show that just, dude, blew the other shows away, dude. Because think about it, dude. The other shows were very cookie cutter,
very generic.
And you're just kind of, and
even
the one
the
that they did,
alternative rock one was generic. That was the
like,
weird thing. It's like, you guys get to be weird. We're supposed to be big boy. Like,
yeah, dude. Like the War of the Roses. I was thinking about that bit a couple days ago, and you're just like, every time I just be this is fake. It's
Yeah,
scripted.
you can tell it's fake.
It's
I
just
know.
like, you're just kind of like, dude, and those laughs are just, it's like there's a laugh button, a laugh track, and it's just, it was sad. And
versus a little person that we called a midget giving you love advice
that midget was real,
and
know?
saying beer and porno afterwards. That
and
was
Tio.
That was quality entertainment. A person who could barely speak English that I would make sing R. Kelly songs so that we could have people guess what song it is. That was entertainment.
That was awesome entertainment too. And then Beef Smith's tunnels. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That was
how do you get from
Chico.
Mexico to
That was Chico. That wasn't me, dude.
But those were funny bits too, because
I didn't do the racist ones. I try to stay away from the racist ones. I'm like, look, dude, I'm not saying that, and I'm not going to ask you to say it.
Oh my gosh, but it was a great time for radio. But then Paco, who knew? Because even me and you didn't talk for a couple of years, and I remember being like, I wouldn't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? After that, when you got let go, and it was like, I what am I supposed to? And then Paco's like, can you produce the morning show? And I was like, I'll do my best. And I pulled out some funny bits and stuff and everything. But you again, balls to the wall. You know what I'm saying, dude? You went balls to the wall. And my stuff was pretty good, but your stuff was like on the edge. You know what I'm saying, dude?
I don't know,
on the
dude.
edge.
I know that I used the exact same beat for every single commercial because I had to do 900 of them, and it would always be the same. Hey, what's up? Do you want your kids to go to a quality education school? Hey, what's up? Are you looking for some great sneakers? It was always the exact same commercial over and over. But who's next on the roster of our videos? I've already lost track.
Next is Rascal.
Oh, that's right.
That
so
Rascal,
to tee this
man.
one up, this one up. Rascal was the guy that got me and Adelaide into radio, got us our jobs at Hot 98.3. Just a really cool guy, also half Asian. He's on a radio station in Phoenix, and he was on our show in the first season.
Bounce. He's on Bounce.
Yeah.
As a station. And just real quick, too, and that was the thing, if you just want to elaborate a little bit when you're talking about, and you can watch the full episode, obviously, but the one thing I just want to bring up is I was doing overnights. Mike was working as the MTV thing, and you needed to write about a famous DJ in town.
That was it.
Yeah, and then it's like, dude, write about Rascal, bro. This guy's dope. Yeah, so here's the clip.
You start with a prayer before you go on every show, and not only that, like I hate that it's come to this in society where you're like, hey, Rascal, I don't know if you're offended by this or you do this, but we do this. Like, we start with a prayer. Here's the thing, man. I don't give a. It don't matter what I think. Like, if that's what you do, like, prayer, like, pray. And anyone else who does not respect your prayer or what you do, like, then they ain't worth a damn, dude. Like that, but the fact that you're both unapologetic about that, and that you've done that, and not only that, like you've both grown into like just amazing men. Like that to me, like I am completely proud of you, because literally we were just talking, like the last time we talked was like 20 years ago. And we were all like knuckleheads getting hammered in the studio. Like, but the fact is that I like knowing that you guys were going to do something, and knowing I freaking knew it. Like, I just knowing that and seeing that there's a spark in somebody that's pretty rare. And the two of you have it. And I'm so proud that you still have it. You know what I mean? Like that to me is
Rascal, dude. Rascal Limbaugh. You know what I'm saying, dude? He could do talk radio.
No, I think
Totally.
you should have a conservative podcast on the same network that we'll be on, that a certain LA radio mogul should start and put us on.
Rascal, right with Rascal.
Dude, Rascal
right?
on that episode was he was so funny, because I asked him, I'm like, what about if, people come over here and they bring their children with them? And he was like, I say, anchor babies ahoy. And I was like, bro, you're going to get canceled. I was laughing so hard, dude. He was so funny on that episode. But yeah, well, and then for like one of our heroes to tell us like how much he appreciated us and how dope he thought we were. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and I remember even because he trained me. I'll say trained loosely, but Paco was like, okay, Rascal's gonna train you, show up at the station, whatever. And it was just, even though it was him, a board in one room all by himself and the stack of CDs, dude, you just were amazed at how visual he could make the radio experience, because he'd like run in place to get pumped up to do his talk break. He'd think about it, and every break was like had to just hitch in the gut, like, dang, dude, this fool. So even listening to him before we got on, and he was on Power 97.5 too, right before Hot 98.3, and we listened and just be, dude, this guy's big enough to be doing an LA show. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this guy's amazing. He's funny, dude. He's a great jock, and it's just and Mike, you saw that, and I saw that, and it's just, man, he was an inspiration, no question about that. So thank you, Rascal, man. Whew.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now we're moving over to the Bakersfield, because I moved from Tucson to Bakersfield in 2005, and to work at a radio station for Paco. And through the course of being in Bakersfield, I've met a lot of great people here too, man. It's been an amazing adventure. And when you move to a new market for a radio gig, it's weird. You get out of your comfort zone in a major way. I left my network out there, my club scene, all this stuff. I think I was pretty serious with a girl at the time. Left her behind thinking we'd try the long distance relationship, but radio sucks you in, And so I did that. But for 6 months, I was just a hermit. I was like, dude, I don't know anybody. I don't know where to go. And over time though, work at Play 103.9 was the first station. You meet some great people. I still talk to a lot of them. And then over, where I'm at now at the Groove, just a bunch of great people. And some of my favorite people, and Mike, I think there's some of your favorites is Redeemed and Wifey.
Oh yeah. So the reason why I picked this clip for tonight is because whenever I think of Redeemed and Wifey, I think about the first time Wifey told us about Redeemed. And it sounds like something a high school student would be attracted to when she tells you what her qualifications for a good man are. But then at the same time, they have a really good marriage because it's based on the Lord. That's the truth of why they have a great marriage. But yeah, and then I also was like, man, these Bakersfield DJs have a lot of friends watching this show. Let's get all of them on. You know what I mean? I was like, we're getting people watching this show. And so this was the first DJ in Bakersfield that taught me that. I was like, oh no, we just go. Remember? And then at that point, I was like, Adelaide, only DJs. And you're like, what about this guy that can juggle? I'm like, nope, only DJs. This dude's running for mayor. I'm like, is he a DJ? Because if not, I don't care. Remember that? When I was like, dude,
and it's great too.
DJ's podcast, yeah.
Yeah, and the network of DJs. We didn't have that. I don't think we had that in Tucson, or
no,
we just didn't do it. I don't think it was that deep, man. Yeah. So all right,
so
here's the clip.
This is Wifey describing DJ Redeemed, her husband Johnny.
All right, here we go.
10 years ago, and he was already a DJ, and I have to brag about him because he's the epitome of back then you MC'd, so he was a rapper, he still raps, a DJ, and a pop locker. So he was kind of like that triple threat.
Sounds like me, Adelaide. You never seen them moves.
Yeah. So, we met 10 years ago through my best friend, which is his cousin. And, she said, hey, I think you guys would hit it off. You like old school and
wait, are you guys in high school at this point?
School?
No, this is 10 years ago. So, I told you how old I am. I'm not going to put that out there.
10 years ago, and you're still like, whoa, he can pop lock, rap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
I love it.
Can he tag up a wall? Because if he can tag up a wall, then
we'll go together. We'll
that's it.
Krylon cans
Dude, what a great story. What a great story, man. What a great couple, too.
That was a great interview. So that then, that really sparked my interest in Bakersfield DJs. At this point, I was just like, I just want to hear DJ stories. I don't even care anymore. I don't care if we relive the old days. I don't care if people understand why we're called the Chino Brothers. Because that happens all the time, right? Where it's like, why are you the Chino Brothers? It's like, it's an old radio thing. Back when people used to call themselves corny names, they gave us this corny name and we just stuck with it. That's it. Boom.
Dude, it's so great. And that was just scratching the surface, because then you remember we brought on Redeemed on a whole separate episode with Wifey, and so we had them on too, and that was just a remarkable story.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
Coming up as a DJ in hip hop in the 80s and 90s, and it's just, man.
Yeah, and then they told us they got the contract for Raising Cane's Chicken. I was like,
yeah,
oh, good for
that's
you
right.
Guys. Yeah.
So doing big things, and it's always nice to see people making it like that and coming up on
and they love
like
the Lord too, man. Good people.
Beautiful, great family there too. So now going back a little bit to the Play 103.9 days out here in Bakersfield. I talk about meeting people, but I knew the DJs, and then we met a promoter, and then we hung out for a few years, and it was magic, just the goofy, fun, great times we had between me, Oscar, Mickey, Drewski was there, P Fresh was there. There's a couple other guys there, but that was kind of the core, I think, as far as like who I hung out with. But we went on and did great clubs. Club Chonies was one of our clubs.
You just will never let go of Club Chonies.
Club Chonies, man. It was just a goofy, dumb idea. And it hit, man. And it hit. It was a place to be every Friday night or Saturday, whatever night it was. And it would get cracking. But, just on top of that stuff, having artists come through. We did a taco lunch with Pitbull. You know what I mean? It was just fun, goofy stuff like that. And it was Oscar and Mickey were on this episode that we're about to show a clip from, and you could just see Oscar always thinking about what's the angle, how he can make a nickel out of something, and Mickey just checking him like, dude, oh my gosh.
You know what I love about Mickey is Mickey will set his own joke up, right? To look like he's being completely innocent in whatever he's about to say. And when he hits the punchline, he always raises his voice and lifts his face up like he's surprised by something. Have you ever noticed that about Mickey?
Yeah, that's totally Mickey.
Yeah, I love when he does that, dude. It's so funny. But
Mickey rock.
Well, you know what? The reason why I love that episode, and I feel like the four of us could do a podcast, is because it's like, here's four guys who just enjoy life, same age, and also I really like those guys because they were your friends when you didn't have any friends. You know what I mean? Like when you were in a new town and all that stuff. It's tough to have friends when you're in a new town. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And and you're not, it's from at that age, even I was in my 30s, my young 30s, I was kind of like, you know what? I kind of got to be serious here. I can't be staying up till 4 a.m. every night anymore. I got to I want to have fun. I want to DJ the club. I want to meet chicks, whatever. But I still got to get up and go to my job. And you start, there's that little bit of responsibility that's eking in, and you're like, I got to handle that too. So, but these guys brought it back, man. Great clip.
So let me introduce this clip. Mickey constantly makes fun of Oscar. That's all you kind of need to know. Okay, go ahead.
Here we go.
Thinking we're gonna go to some office somewhere, so we start driving, and I don't ask questions, I'm like, all right, let's go. Next thing you know, I'm in some parking lot, some carniceria. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then we park, and then Delay goes, hey,
hold on, dude, hold on. You can't I'm in the parking lot of a carniceria. What neighborhood are we in? Because there's not a lot of white neighborhoods with those.
So
you know what I mean?
So I'm thinking Delay's gonna pull over, buy some meat or something before, I don't know. So
that's
Delay
la
goes,
carreta, I think it was.
Yeah, the carreta. Yeah. So next thing you know, Delay goes, there he is. So this dude right here gets out of the car, and I'm, what the hell is that? And he gets off, and next thing you know, we're meeting with him, an official meeting in the parking lot. What the hell is this?
Of the
what do we talk about?
I don't know about doing.
Why did we meet there?
Getting lunch meat.
I think that was a
run.
That was
on the run.
I think that was a ticket location.
Oh my gosh!
Ticket location.
It's off of Stein. Off of Stein.
Stein and Harris. It was a ticket.
Oh my gosh, dude!
And I think we had remotes or something for ticket locations. So
this is another dude. Here's another. I'm putting Oscar on blast a little bit too. Here's another one of Oscar's things. Hey, you want to sell tickets for Bone Thugs and Harmony? You don't have to speak English. You just need to hook up the carne asada and the boletas right here.
Yeah, that episode. If you're watching this episode and you haven't seen that episode, oh man, we should. You know what we should have done is tagged each episode what they were. But I didn't have a lot of time to put this together, dude. So,
but dude, that's another great episode.
If you haven't seen
man.
that episode, we cannot I think I've laughed more on that episode than any other episode. Like that's why I want to get Paco on there with the four of us. Because imagine how angry he's gonna get with all of us just laughing and laughing. You know what I mean? Like.
I think Paco looking back now will be like, you know what? I had to be the boss, but now looking back, that was a lot of fun. I think.
Oh, dude.
I could be wrong, but
I don't know. I'll say I laughed so hard that episode, and like I really, dude, I love both those guys. Oscar's a crook, but like Oscar's a crook, but Mickey's and Mickey's like a ball buster. He does it so funny. How he pretends like you notice how he pretends like he doesn't know what he's saying, and then all of a sudden, bang, you know.
All right, look, that's Mickey's thing. Shout out to Oscar. Shout out to Proud Entertainment. Mickey Rock.
Proud Entertainment and Rockin' Wings, man. God bless.
Rockin' Wings, yeah, some bomb wings, yeah.
This
Mondays
feels
and Wednesdays,
like years ago that we
wings.
had these interviews, doesn't it?
It feels like a long time ago, but realistically, what, 6 months, maybe?
I mean, dude, it was
maybe.
We've been doing this 1 year, so.
Oh my gosh, dude! Already a lot of great memories.
What do we got next?
Now the next one is one of the guests, one of the guys, just being in Bakersfield. DJ EVP. He's a DJ. He actually grew up in Oxnard, Ventura, that area, and then he had a show, the Blue Zone Show, and it was a podcast where he brought on DJs and they'd mix and do like an interview and stuff. So
he brought on all the DJs that we've brought on.
Yeah.
Like so I was like, okay, we should probably apologize about that. Dude, we missed a bunch of shout outs. Gavin said, hi guys. Hi Gavin. Marcus said something again. I don't know. Oh,
Anaí. What's going on? Anaí Gallegos. All right. Did you miss Gavin? Hey guys.
Yeah.
You did see Marcus though.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways. Where were we?
Talking about EVP, DJ EVP.
Oh yeah, so I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry. You know that. Like, should we apologize? Like, we had no idea that there had been another show that did what we did. So, I felt a little bad.
Yeah, you're right too. But and it was a fairly popular show. It was a popular show here in Bakersfield and the scene and stuff too.
And how did you not know about the show?
I don't know, dude. That's the hard part. I think. Is just trying to navigate and getting in the right networks to view these shows or even to know about them, because I'm sure I would have watched that show on the regular if I'd known about it at the time.
Wink,
I think,
wink.
I think.
Hey, if it's as
wink,
good as this one.
Wink. Yeah,
well, anyways,
definitely.
Yeah, so we talked to EVP about this, and so you want to play that for him?
Yeah, here's the clip.
So since you did it before we did it, we didn't mean to steal your idea. I had no idea that we stole your idea. I apologize about that.
Nah, man.
No wonder he watched it.
This is good though. I'm glad. Hey, you know what though? I'm glad that there's shows like this, bro, that continue on. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Big shout out to you guys, man. That you guys are making it happen. You know,
well,
you guys have it real. You guys have it really organized, bro. I think on mine it was very. Could it have gotten better? Yeah, but I was still working with certain stuff that I was only able to use. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, so,
interesting, dude.
Well, I also, you know what, and I feel like I'm only playing clips that make us look good, but I don't think there's a lot of like, I hate you guys on our show. That'd be kind of dope though if there was.
There was bringing on guests that hate us,
like some sort of Jerry Springer type of stuff. I don't know who it would be though. Because whoever it would be, I'll be like, look, man, please, this is harassment. Don't be coming on my show. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. And at the end of the day, dude, we're hard to hate, I think. You know what I'm saying? If you got a love for hip hop, DJing, music, life, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I don't see any beef. I mean, you could argue about who was the best rapper of all time or something, but I feel like even that would be a fun, healthy dialogue that might get a little, but I don't think anybody's fighting over it or hating on anybody for it. They're just gonna be like, okay, yeah, you think Biggie was the best? I think Tupac was, or whatever. I'm just throwing those as examples, ladies and gentlemen.
What you're saying is that you personally, Adlai, think Biggie's the best, and anybody who thinks Tupac is the best has something to do with homosexuality. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, kidding. He didn't say nothing like that. All right,
Yeah,
do we have one last clip? What was the last?
We got DJ Clever. Yeah, no, Clever was another one of the homies. He does my 5 o'clock Funk in the Trunk mix on Mondays, and then comes on at 6 o'clock on Fridays. So I host his mix on the Groove 99.3 here in Bakersfield, and he's one of those dudes you don't realize, what's beneath the surface a lot of times, because you look at someone like, all right, he's a homie, cool, whatever, he DJs cool, but you hear some of these stories, and Clever's story is just amazing.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
Amazing. Yes.
Every one of these clips that you guys are seeing tonight, you should go back and watch the full episodes.
Yes.
Like those stories are phenomenal.
Yeah. So let's roll the clip on this one. It's getting deep.
And every day, bro, I mean, instead of me talking to you or this person or that person, I'm talking to myself because I can't spit the words out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and I'm praying, bro. And I pray every day. You know what I mean? I never said that I did it to myself. I mean, I didn't blame God. You know what I mean? I didn't say, why did you do this to me? You know what I mean? I said, no, I put myself in that situation or whatever the case. You know what I mean? I said, but it's time to help me out on this one because I can't, And it was like one day, bro, it was probably like a year and a half me going there, and it was some people believe it, some people don't, but I can say it because I lived it, and it was like I was waiting for another therapist and stuff, and it's like God talked to me, bro. He didn't talk to me like we're talking like this, but basically I got it. He's like, you know what, you're gonna tell other people about me. So when I got that, dude, I was like, then I started looking around, I was like, am I talking to myself, dude?
Amazing, dude. Amazing. And just, yeah.
That's a great episode, wasn't it?
Yeah. And if you don't know, just the thing is, he had a bad accident in Thailand, crashed a motorcycle moped, and had to be flown out to another country. His dad came out, and Clever lost everything. Couldn't move, couldn't talk. The only thing he had was what was inside his head. And remember, he was saying he couldn't remember words.
He couldn't remember his dad. He was like, he thought this janitor was being nice to him. And then one day he realized it was his dad, and he hand motioned like, you're my dad. And his dad's like, yeah, I'm your dad. Could you imagine how much his dad loved him?
Yeah. Wow. Amazing story. Just heartfelt for sure, man. So, I mean, we go through things in life. I mean, dude, come on. You crash a moped into a wall in a foreign country, and you wake up in a hospital not knowing what the heck is going on. All you know is you're conscious and you're here. That's all you really know. And to come out of something like that and be one of our dopest DJs.
He knocked his coke in a boom, and they cut out a fourth of it. But bro, I'll say this. We have been blessed this year. Do you agree with me?
Absolutely. Oh man, it's been a great year. Great year of the Chino Brothers, a great year of guests. I mean, phenomenal. And we got more coming up too. We got some other stuff in store for sure.
We do. We got a great guest next week. You guys are going to hear about him starting tomorrow. Man, we've got some opportunities in the hopper. We don't want to talk about them just yet, just in case they don't come true. But man, we're going to start working with TikTok as soon as I can figure it out. But as soon as I can figure it out, we're going to work TikTok like we work YouTube, and this is the year of the Chino Brothers. I'm excited.
Me too. I'm pumped,
I don't know, dude. Man. Don't we look way better than we did on that first episode?
Yes. That was pre facial hair for me, dude. I had no facial hair then.
I know, dude. That was pre us taking our show seriously, dude. I don't know. Like, I feel like we didn't know. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, this is what they do. And then it's like, no, we need to look real if we're trying to do something.
To look legit, you need to have it planned out. You can't just be like, hey, crack the mic, let's go. It's like, got to put some effort into it. And dude, and just, if you guys are watching and know somebody that wants to be on the show, hit us up, dude. Hit me up on the DM, dude. I'll hit you back. And we got a bunch of dope people lined up here in the near future, and the rest in year 2 of the Chino Brothers. We got a lot coming up, a lot in store for you, man.
I hope we're as far advanced next year away from where we are now as we are this year, as we are from then. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, dude, and I think that's going to happen. I think we're going to grow exponentially here pretty soon. How many YouTube followers we got?
6,800 something.
So approaching 7,000.
Yeah.
Approaching 2 million views. We're at like 1.8 something. So, I mean,
we're doing it.
We're getting there. We're getting there. And,
you want to
thank
do a
you
news
guys.
story?
I got a couple of them. I'm going to start with this one, and it's our buddy DJ Khaled.
Oh my goodness.
Now, DJ Khaled, he almost busts his face open showing off on a Peloton.
Oh my! On a Peloton?
Yeah. Now, DJ Khaled, he's been on a fitness journey for quite some time now, and even though fans continuously drag him for not making any drastic changes to his health, he's still keeping up with his regimen. However, his new workout routine may be causing him more pain than results. A few days ago, footage of Khaled jumping on his Peloton treadmill, okay, it's a treadmill, surfaced online, and the Miami native provided fans with the hilarious content without even trying. In the clip, DJ Khaled began his stroll, hopping to the beat of the dance song playing in the background. Things got a little tricky for him once he attempted to spin around while jogging on the treadmill. Khaled's feet appeared to cross each other and caused him to stumble.
Oh, no.
But luckily, he caught himself. The We the Best founder tried to spin around again and got the same result as before. So, reading this article, I thought he fell, but he didn't really fall. So if you're thinking that, Khaled's gonna fall. But Khaled on a treadmill won.
Dude, here's the thing. Should we just give into it? Should we just pretend like all these other idiots? Oh, yeah. Being fat is beautiful. Oh, yeah. DJ Khaled has talent. Oh, yeah. We all like Jake Paul. It's like, should we just give up? Because apparently, like, this isn't, well, hopefully this is ending with the recession. Hopefully when the recession comes, it's like, man, you guys didn't have any money? No, it's all debt. Okay, good. Now we don't have to see you anymore.
I don't know, dude, because if you go back 10, 15, 20 years, when people would eat it, you'd be like, oh, that's funny. Awesome. That's hilarious. Yeah. And they'd put, fails. Remember Fail Army and all those different ones. And I could watch those videos over and over and over again. Now it's like, Khaled, I got excited. Not like because I want him to hurt himself, but I'm thinking like, Khaled fell on the treadmill and you look.
Prospect saying something. What's Prospect saying?
Prospect. What's up to my Chino bros? What's good? What up?
It's our 1 year anniversary, DJ Prospect.
Yeah, we're celebrating. Celebrating the year.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So the Khaled thing, it's kind of like again, I want to see something hilarious, and sadly, dude, if you fall and eat it, it can get back up. You're like, all right, dude, you can laugh because I'm okay. But Khaled didn't eat it though. He just kind of stumbled a little bit. So, but he's on a treadmill.
I bet you he didn't stumble a little bit. I bet you it was enough to look dumb, like caught himself like this. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he splatted, but I think he caught himself like this. But here's the thing, like DJ Khaled, I heard this from another comedian this week. He got a deal with Weight Watchers, and like didn't lose any weight, and like got paid still.
And still got paid.
I know, dude.
Oh, jeez.
Like you. I guess you just gotta. What's up, DJ Swift?
Swift.
You just gotta roll with it, huh? You just gotta be at a place where you go, whatever you're about to tell me, I just gotta believe, because the more I try to believe in logic, the more it offends me. What do you think?
to add to that is you don't really have to have much skill. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like Khaled's a likable guy, but it's like companies throw money at him just because of who he is. We've seen him try to shoot baskets. You know what I mean? We've seen him try to play the guitar.
Dude, I've seen him try to DJ. I've seen him try to produce. Like, I don't know what he does. I literally have no clue what the guy does. But at the same time, it's like, well, you all think he's important for some reason. So
for some reason, people are throwing money at him like, hey, endorse our product that's supposed to help you lose weight.
And don't lose weight.
Listen,
this is a great lesson for you children out there. Don't work hard. Just come up with a couple catchphrases. We the best. Wear a weird beard, We the best. Another one. That's all you got to do.
Can I say the one thing I love about Khaled?
Go ahead.
DJ Khaled doesn't care. He's making money. So? He's making money. And he's just like, here's Bob Marley's real guitar from Bob Marley. Yeah, we the best. It's like,
dude, I saw him DJ. It sounded the same.
He has a good DJ drop. Yeah, just as we the best.
Yeah, I saw him DJing. He sounded the same, and then I saw him trying to produce a beat, and it sounded whack. I was like, oh no, I don't know what this man does.
What were
Like,
those
literally.
compilations? What were the CD compilations?
Wow,
Hits of
this
the
is
90s.
music?
Yeah, like things like that. Boom, boom, bass from the 90s. And he'll probably find one of those, play it, and be like, okay, track 3 I can steal, link up Lil Wayne with that. Track 7, I'll grab that for Saweetie. You know what I'm saying, dude? And
You think so?
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm going to say 90% of his stuff is just instrumentals from old rap songs.
You think so?
I think a lot of them are, dude. Yeah, I think so. A lot of stuff is just, but then again, 90s hip hop, we took beats from rock and whatever. So there's that.
Puffy, dude, he just was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take this entire song, just take the vocals out. You know what? Forget it. I'll leave half the vocals in because I don't feel like rapping that much.
So in the world of recycling, DJ Khaled's doing a great job because he's recycling beats that we recycled in the 90s.
I don't even know what he's doing, dude. I don't know what this man does for a living. I swear to you, I don't know. He's the best scam artist in the history of the world, dude. Donald Trump ain't got nothing on this dude. Elon Musk ain't got nothing on this dude. DJ, because here's why. Those two dudes will be hated in their life at one point. Everybody loves Khaled for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, if Puff Daddy rolled up and said, "Hey, Chino Brothers, come to my party," and then Khaled said, "Hey, I'm having a party on the same night. I want you to come to my party." Where do you go?
Oh man, I don't know if I'd go to either of them.
I think Khaled's would be funner.
The problem is if you go to a party like that, you'd be like, wow, I want to do this every night. It's like, but you're not going to. And if you are going to, that means you have to be nice to some people I don't even want to be around.
Yeah, but
You know what
I'd
I
be
mean?
like, Khaled, let me play that guitar up there, bro. Khaled, you got a basket, you got a hoop outside? Let's shoot some baskets. Oh jeez, Khaled, let me hop on your turntables.
Yeah, I'd just be like, nah, I'm good, man. I don't need to go to either of your parties.
So it'd be
I'd just be at home. I'm good. I don't need
All
any of
right.
those problems.
Oh, DJ Khaled. All right, ready for the next story?
Yeah, what do we got?
This one's a little more serious. All right. So it's talking about Snoop Dogg, and he says that he fainted when he first saw Tupac in the hospital. Now, Tupac and his Death Row Records label mate Snoop Dogg were really good friends in the 90s, obviously. Things changed, however, when rumors came up that there was friction within the imprint. Snoop recently relived that time during a conversation on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive. Now, during the talk, the Dogfather spoke about the time Tupac was shot in a drive-by in Las Vegas that we all remember ultimately took his life in 1996. Now, according to the LB rapper, seeing Pac unresponsive in the hospital caused him to lose consciousness. He said, quote, "When we drive to Vegas to see Pac, we got to Suge houses first. So we haven't even seen Pac," Snoop said. "We just talking to Suge, and he got the head wrapped up, and he telling us what happened and saying, Pac going to be all right. He going to pull through. He got shot 9 times before. He's going to be all right." And he added, "We feeling like it's going to be all right until we go to the hospital and see that he ain't all right. He's got tubes in him. It's like when I walked in, like I could just feel that he wasn't even there, and I fainted. Then his mother got me up and walked me to the bathroom and had a conversation with me about being strong." So, Tupac, one of the best, but he rapped that lifestyle. And when you rap about it, you a lot of people think, you know what, he lives it. You know what I'm saying? So,
He said he would be about it, though. He was like, this ain't just the music stuff. It's like, hey, man, might not want to say that,
Yeah, and it caught up to him because I remember where I was in 96 when that happened. I'm sure you remember. I don't know if you remember or not, but I remember. Fremont and Drockman sitting on the porch drinking a 40, and you heard the news, and it was dude, and for Snoop to faint, I mean to be that emotional, because Snoop looked at him and said and could feel that was it for him. So you're thinking, man, Tupac's gone. One of my good homies that I rolled with, that I probably could have been in the same car with that moment they started capping Suge's car in Vegas. So
I mean,
I don't
think
know.
about that life. It's just like that is the hardest way to be famous. Being a gangster rapper. You know what I mean?
Because
Go
you got to
ahead.
get a rep. You got to get that rep too. You know what I'm saying? So you're a rapper, dude, and it's tragic. We hear about young rappers dying all the time, but look at what you rap about.
What about like Little Rob, dude? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that kind of gangster rapper, it's even more dangerous. What do you think?
Yeah, it's he's one of those dudes too. There's certain places he won't go. I mean that for real. There's places like I'm not gonna perform there because the whether he's gang affiliated or not, the perception is yes, and there's obviously real gangs out there that it's like, oh boy, you know what I mean? He did something out here. Gosh, when was that? I'm gonna say that was 6 months ago, but the show's wrapped up by like 6 p.m. So it's a daytime show. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that was I remember that. I feel like it was 6 months ago. Great performer. I'll throw that out there. We've had him a couple times. He opened up for Ice Cube out here back in 08, 09. We did that show. And you're just thinking like, dang, I forgot how many hits he's got. He's got a lot of fun party music and loved, you know what I'm saying, by the people. But there are places he's like, nope, not performing there. I could be wrong, but if you asked him, I'm sure I'll play anywhere. But I'm sure there's places that are safer than others. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I feel like those guys thought they were invincible. They were young. They were rich. They never saw the money drying up. You know what I mean? And they probably thought they were going to be friends forever like that.
Yeah.
They're probably partying every night, doing wild things. But yeah, man, it all caught up with
DJ
Pac.
Clever, Little Rob.
Yeah.
Little Rob. Okay, hey, Clever, can Little Rob cruise Shafter?
No, I'm saying Clever, like if it's bad for Snoop, like, and he's famous, then like what about somebody who's not as famous that's a gangster rapper? So
Yeah, you still do. There's still consequences. But then again, go back to your 24, 23-year-old self. Dude, you're invincible. You're gonna live forever. You know what I'm saying? Don't you think? Did you ever have
I was never rich at that point, bro. I was always like, let me just get some pizza. Can I have some pizza? Like pizza was a luxury at 23, dude.
Dude, Mike stole a keg. The first time I met him, he stole a keg at a party.
There wasn't very much beer in the keg.
Wasn't very much beer. I mean, two guys could lift it, like throw it over their shoulder, but still, I was like, dude, that's how you get beat up, bro.
I was like, I thought we were gonna go to party. I thought we were partying somewhere else. Let's go. That was the first night we met. Me and Adler, I was like, hey, bro, you want to keep the party moving? Let's go. He's like, what's that? I'm like, the keg. You can't have a party without a keg. That
Like
vape, I'm
three
on that
beers
vape
left
right
in it.
now, Josh, and that vape is smacking. We got this new boo boo goo goo called Trainwreck. Woo, man, this stuff is nuts.
Oh my goodness.
But-
Yeah, and just speaking of Snoop too, I mean, he was out in Bakersfield last weekend.
Yeah, that's nuts, huh?
And you hear stuff like something gonna pop off. Is something
With
gonna happen?
Snoop?
Yeah, but he had the Dog Pound. He had the East Siders, Lady of Rage.
Yeah, a bunch
RBX,
of 50-year-olds.
Warren G. Yeah, but dude, you know, if the gang stuff is for life, right?
I guess. I don't know.
So you wonder, dude. And you talk about the young cats growing up, listening to Pac and Biggie and Dre and Snoop and Daz, Corrupt, all that stuff. And you're like, okay. And young cats might feel like they have something to prove. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
How much were those tickets?
The cheap nosebleeds were like $60, $70.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
For that lineup.
Up front though, front row is probably like $400 or $500.
That's still
kind of
pretty good
worth
deal.
it though. Kind of
Yeah.
worth it, I think, for that lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. That's a dope lineup, man. Great show, great lineup.
That's like that what was that concert series that they did in the late 90s?
Was it the Dre and Snoop?
Yeah.
Up in
What
Smoke.
was that? Up in Smoke, yeah.
Up in
That's like the
Smoke.
Up in Smoke tour. What is he saying? East
Siders are throwing up the East and saying F a Buster.
Oh.
But I guess and there's two, if you're like 19, 20 and you're seeing these guys, you like their music and you're like, Am I scared of this guy, or is it just like an old guy up there rapping? I don't know. You know,
That's
what
what I'm wondering. Yeah,
I'm wondering. Yeah,
because like a lot of
stuff has
older
changed.
rappers.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has changed. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
different.
older rappers didn't hold up. You know what I mean? It's not like dude, I
Yeah.
saw Luke, man, the other day on like Twitter or something. He was mad because he said black people shouldn't vote. He didn't say it like that. What he said was, "Give me 5 reasons why black people should vote." And then two politicians were like, "You shouldn't say that, Uncle Luke." And he was like, "I didn't say black people shouldn't vote. This is what I said. I said you haven't given us any reason to vote." Anyways, he's out of shape, dude. I wouldn't be afraid of Uncle Luke. That dude had boobs, homeboy.
He needs to get on that DJ Khaled Weight Watchers.
He started doing some push-ups or something, bro. Like, God bless him. I like Luke, but like, I'm not scared of him. You know what I mean? So would you be scared? Like, that's the thing. Would you be scared of the East Siders?
I mean, like, I don't. Yeah, I would.
They gotta
Just
be
in case they're
pushing
watching.
50.
Just in case they're watching. But no. But then there's some people they roll with homies too. So
Yeah, I
it'd be a respect thing. But speaking of Luke, listening to 2 Live Crew, could you do that stuff today? I was thinking about the 2 Live Crew and stuff.
Oh, absolutely not. Like, that dude should not at all have a hot Twitter. Like, his Twitter shouldn't be so fire, right? Like, they should be like, nah, man, we gotta suppress this dude also. Everybody's first song that they knew from that guy was, "Hey, we want some beep."
Beep. Yeah.
Wasn't that the first song you knew from that crew?
Oh yeah, and I played it over and
Remember?
over
Boom,
and over.
boom,
Thought I was impressing chicks.
boom,
Like, hey,
boom,
check out
boom.
the bass.
Somebody say, "Hey."
Hey, we want some. And just girls like, I am not getting in your car, bro. Not with that. There's no way.
You thought,
But
you
he
were
does got that
impressing girls
bass.
with that song?
Yeah, we had the house speakers in the back, and then we'll bump the two. Because dude, it had that bass, bro. That
Oh,
2 Live
okay.
Crew. But yeah, Swift. What was the name of that album, man? It was oh my gosh,
Throw that
it was
D. Throw that D.
Throw That D was the
Throw
jam
that
too.
D. Throw that D. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just dope, bassy dance party music. But yeah. Impressing chicks with. What was the name of that album? Nasty as They Want to Be, and it
Yeah,
had
that was
"Oh,
Nasty
me
as
so
They Wanna
hard,
Be."
make me love you long time.
No, that wasn't Nasty as They Want to Be. It was the album before Nasty as They
Was
Want
it
to Be.
before Nasty as They Want to
Yeah.
Be? Two Live, and then he got Banned in the USA. Remember
Oh,
that?
that was dope, dude.
Banned in the USA.
Yeah, they sampled the Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. And they sang it. Banned.
In the
Wise up, because
USA.
on election day, we'll see who's banned in the USA. Like, they're all talking about it like their First Amendment rights. Like, you guys are perverts, man. Just saying nasty things to 13-year-olds.
I just thought of the perfect collaboration.
Go for it.
2 Live Crew and Kid Rock.
Oh, dude, I was thinking that as you said it. 2 Live Crew
2
and
Live
Kid
Crew is
Rock.
what we are. Yeah, 2 Live Crew is what we are. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah. Right
that-
on, that's right. Yeah, that
that's
was the
what
throw
they-
of the album.
That's what they should do, dude. They should do like one of those super power groups. What are they called? Is that what they're called? Power groups?
When like Anthrax and Public Enemy got
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Power groups? Isn't
I
that what they're
guess.
called?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
they should do a power group, dude. 2 Live Crew and Kid Rock with
Oh my
Gene
gosh.
Simmons, dude. With Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons is weird.
Oh, dude, that'd be
Oh,
so fun.
dude. Oh my gosh, dude. So, all right, man. Well, we got time for one more.
All right, if you want, go for it.
This is somebody I have no idea who he is, but just what he says, and apparently, you tell me, but just what he says is just a trip. Isaiah Rashad. Yeah, I don't know who he is either, but he addresses a sex tape leak in an interview with Joe Budden, because Joe Budden, another great podcast there.
Yeah.
He says, "quote I'm sexually fluid."
What?
I don't know. So
it's a
we'll
gay.
just-
Is it a gay sex tape?
I don't know. So it's with another man.
Yeah, bro. That's all I need to know about
guess
that
we can
story,
stop
bro.
right
There
there,
ain't no
I
such
guess,
thing
but-
as sexually fluid. Trust me, dude. There's no such thing. I don't like where are we coming up with these shenanigans from? Seriously, think about this. Like think this through realistically, okay? If a girl and I'm not like proposing lesbianism, but if you met a girl and she was like, "Look, when I was in college, I was confused for a little bit, but I like men. It was just I had a girlfriend at one point in my life. Would you still go out with her?"
If she hooked up with a chick in college,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Okay. If you hooked up with a dude in college, you think any girl would go out with you?
Probably not.
Never, dude.
Probably
never, dude. Because you're not sexually fluid, homeboy. You're gay. You like the wiener. You like the sausage.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Just be gay, dude. It's almost like I'm sexually fluid by him saying that is like, dude, you're trying to find an excuse. Is
To
what
be
you do.
gay.
In my opinion, it's like, dude, just be gay, dude.
It's not your opinion.
You like
It's
dudes.
how it goes. He likes the weenie.
You like it, dude. Whatever, dude. I mean, you know.
The dudes that don't like the sausage, we wouldn't say that. This, are you sexually fluid? You'd be like, does that mean do I like big girls and little girls? Possibly, depending on the night, you know. Like, that's what you would think if they asked you that question.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I mean?
And why do we care he was caught in bed with another dude? Do we care?
I don't even know who this dude is, bro. Like, do you think I care that there's a gay dude who's supposed to be famous? It's none of my business.
Let's see. He's a TDE rapper. He's currently monogamous, and his partner is loving and extremely supportive. So he's got a partner now. He says, I'm more attracted to a personality. I'm more attracted sometimes to intellect. Sometimes just be attracted to somebody.
Personality is his code word for
personality.
Wiener. For wiener.
That's what he's saying, dude. I don't know the guy, dude, but he's famous, dude, because it's on Hip Hop DX, one of our sources for news.
Man, you were
Something
digging in the garbage for stories, bro. Like, you needed stories. You should have told me you need some stories.
But that headline, I'm sexually fluid. I was like, I got to see what this is, dude. What wackiness is this? So it's like, oh boy, sexually fluid. So
yeah, dude, he's just gay. Like, what's the deal? Like, why we gotta come up with all this horse crap all of a sudden? Just leave me alone with it. Like, when are we gonna hit the brakes? You know what I mean? It's like, how much weirder can we get? It's like, can we stop now? Oh, whatever, boomer. DJ Khaled's gonna ride on Elon Musk's magic unicorn to Bernie Sanders' house. Talk with AOC about how she's gonna end shoelessness in South Africa. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now, if you are curious, Mike, the whole interview is available on Joe Budden's Patreon. So,
hey, man, I wouldn't pay for that one, man. I wouldn't even go to see it on YouTube for free, but I just paid for that.
I'm just gonna go back to DJ Clever's comment. A lot of stuff has changed, guys.
Yep, that's true. All right, you guys, thank you so much for one full year of dope podcasting. Me and Adlai are super appreciative. We are going to let you go. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. We got that midday getaway coming at you every single day, and we broke up some of those Greg Mack clips, and it'll look beautiful. I just want you to know. So we will see you next Thursday, and that's it with a very special guest, right, Adlai?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you then, guys. Thanks for the year. Later.
Thanks.
Bang.